Journey Cinema. I'm Rat.
And I'm Elephant.
Today, we'll be summarizing and reviewing Disney's Soul.
Let's get started.
It begins with a band class playing, not that well.
Oh my gosh! What's that sound? It sounds so bad!
It's the band.
No, not that!
That's the only sound I hear.
There it is again! Oh, it's your voice.
That isn't funny.
Hey kid, that's my trick! I'm the only one who eats random stuff from the floor. Alright, cut the music. It's pretty terrible. I didn't know there would be a worse sound than your voice, Rat. But there it is.
There's a girl in the class who plays really well.
I can play better than her.
Oh yeah? Play a note.
I would. I really would. It's just that, I ate. And you know what they say. You should wait at least an hour before playing an instrument.
That's swimming.
You want me to swim or play a note? Make up your mind. Come on.
Anyway, the teacher is named Joe Gardner, and he goes from being a part-time teacher to a full-time one.
Oh, that's nice.
His mom is happy, but he doesn't really seem too happy about it. His former student calls him and tells him about a gig playing with a well-known jazz player. Her name is Dorothea Williams.
You know I'm not going to remember these names.
He goes to the club to audition.
Oh, I bet this lady turns out to be a really nice person.
And gets lost in playing.
Okay, what's going on? Does everyone on stage see this? Are they freaking out 'cause I am?
Dorothea likes his playing, and Joe is really happy.
He should really look where he's going, or he's gonna get hurt. And he's dead. He looks like a booger.
Joe sees light, which is known as the Great Beyond. He runs away from the light and ends up in another place.
I'd love to just run in that field.
You would probably step on everyone there.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah, I would. At least they're already dead. They wouldn't feel it.
Oh, that's mean. This being named Jerry tells Joe that he's in a place called the U Seminar. Basically a place before life.
I do that to you a lot. Whoa, can she carry me? I'm feeling a little tired.
You'd probably fall right through her.
Hey! Is that an abacus?
You mean abacus?
No, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced abacus. You know, because there's an A. Get it? Okay, I'm sorry.
Anyway, the accountant of the place notices a soul missing. Joe tries to go back to Earth through a portal, but it doesn't work. Then he becomes a mentor. He gets placed with a soul who doesn't want to live on Earth. Meanwhile, the accountant is trying to figure out which soul is missing.
He better not be the only accountant. That would be a lot of work for someone to do. I should be a mentor. I have so many awesome things that happen in my life.
Yeah? Like what? You eating food all day?
Well, food does bring happiness.
That's not what we're looking for.
Wait. That's not how I remember it going down. I mean,
Come back when you have something.
Sorry, Joe.
Sorry, Joe.
We're looking for something different.
2, 3, 4. My life was meaningless.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Joe and the soul named 22,
What a dumb name.
decide to work together, since 22 doesn't want to live and Joe wants to live.
You can't crush a soul here. That's what life on Earth is for.
True.
They explore different activities to add a spark to the Earth Pass.
I'd be in heaven if I was surrounded by all that food. Oh, you're gonna let her do that to you?
22 doesn't get inspired by anything. She comes up with an idea.
Just a box? Who's dumb enough to believe that? Whoa, they can go inside the box? I thought it was just a box. I was fooled.
You are a fool.
What?
I know a guy there. A guy who can help. A guy like you.
Like me? As in alive?
They enter a different place known as the Zone. It's where people get lost, doing the things they love doing.
Every time I'm eating, I get lost. Seriously, I start at the pizza place, then I realize I'm at the neighbor's barbecue. And it's not even my neighbor.
So basically you trespass on some animal's property?
I told you I get lost in it.
They meet someone named Moonwind,
Great, more names.
who can help Joe get back to his body. Moonwind is able to help Joe, but something goes wrong.
Of course it does. That's exactly what I would have done. Don't tell me he's the cat. Of course, typical. Never turns out how you want it.
How did this happen?
I fell into your body because it doesn't have a soul.
How can she understand the cat? Is she psychic?
Okay, gotta find Moonwind. He can fix this. I'm a cat. I can make this.
Huh! I knew cats don't always land on their feet.
Can you even see your feet?
All I need to see is the food in front of me.
You're so fat. They leave the hospital, but 22 is having some trouble getting used to living.
I am staying right here until your stupid body dies, which will happen any minute now because your stomach is earthquaking.
Oh man, mine is earthquaking right now.
Didn't you eat like 10 minutes ago?
Yeah? So?
Joe tries to help 22 calm down.
Whoa! Rat! I didn't know you were in this movie!
Very funny.
Ew, that pizza's in the cat's mouth. The pizza does look good though.
They find Moonwind and...
Moonwind, listen, I gotta get out of here and back in there.
Well, we'll have to perform an old-fashioned astral transmigration displacement.
A what?
It's simply a way to get your souls back where they belong.
Now he can hear the cat? Wait, I can hear the cat too. This means I'm psychic. I can't play around with this gift. It must only be used for very important things, like getting food.
You're not psychic. I can hear the cat too. The audience can hear the cat.
Oh! Darn.
Moonwind tells them that he'll meet them at 6:30 to do a ritual to return their souls to the rightful place.
How long was he in the hospital? This seems like his accident happened days ago. And come on, I bet it would take those guys working on the street hours before they found him.
The woman who hired Joe for the gig sees him and...
Oh, he looks crazy.
You look worse when you're eating.
Haha, yes I do.
His former student tells Joe that someone else was hired to play in the band, but he should show up anyway to get the gig back.
Yeah, she seems like someone who could easily be convinced of.
The student from his class shows up to his house and tells Joe that she's quitting the band.
All of school is a waste of time.
That's true. How does she know where he lives? She's probably a stalker.
After talking to the student, 22 realizes life is more than what she thought it was. While 22 is getting ready for...
Rat, you're confusing me. Is that 22 or Joe? It's like two different people. Stick with one.
22 is in Joe's body. Joe is in the cat's body.
What? When did this happen?
What? You weren't paying attention?
Paying attention to what?
I'm not going back.
Going back where? Home? Oh yay, we're done?
Now.
Darn.
The accountant finds out that Joe's soul is throwing off the count and goes to Earth to bring him back.
This won't be a disaster, that's for sure.
Joe, meaning the cat, tries to give 22, who's in Joe's body,
Can you get on with it?
a haircut.
Even I'm not dumb enough to have the cat give me a haircut.
I've seen you get a haircut from a seal.
He gave me a deal. That rhymed.
They go to the barber to fix 22's hair, and 22 gets into a philosophical conversation with the barber.
He looks alright. He could have just kept his hat on.
The accountant is now on Earth searching for Joe, but ends up finding someone else.
Wow, he's traumatized for the rest of his life.
On their way to the show, 22 rips her pants.
I've ripped my pants before.
You don't even wear pants.
And that's why.
They need to fix the pants, so they have to go to Joe's mom, who's a tailor. 22 starts seeing the good things of life.
The guy may be a good singer, but not worth half a bagel. Come on, I would have eaten that.
When Joe and 22 get there, Joe's mom isn't really happy that he took the gig. Joe, through 22, tells his truth about loving music.
It's my reason for living, and I know Dad felt the same way. I'm just afraid that if I died today, that my life would have amounted to nothing.
Wow, he's so dramatic, not like he's dead.
Joe's mom gives 22 a suit that belonged to Joe's father to wear. They leave Joe's mom's shop and arrive at the club. 22 seems to have a new outlook on life.
Who saves a lollipop without a wrapper?
I know you don't. You eat the whole lollipop in a second.
How else are you supposed to eat it?
22 tells Joe that she wants more time on Earth to find her spark. And 22 runs away.
Alright, she's being a brat. Look at how much effort Moonwind is putting into them. He brought bongos.
Joe runs after 22 in the subway station. The accountant finds them and takes them back to the Great Before. 22 ends up getting an Earth Pass. But she doesn't think she earned it. She gives it to Joe and leaves.
Whoa, she's fast.
Joe finds out that
A spark isn't a soul's purpose.
Joe wakes up and goes to the club and demands Dorothea to let him play. She agrees.
Funny dance.
The band plays a show and it goes very well.
So he's like famous now or what? He got everything he wanted, right?
Well,
What's wrong, Teach?
It's just I've been waiting on this day for my entire life. I thought I'd feel different.
I heard this story about a fish. He swims up to this older fish and says, I'm trying to find this thing they call the ocean. The ocean, says the older fish. That's what you're in right now. This, says the young fish, this is water. What I want is the ocean.
I understood everything she said. How did that cab driver know she was hailing a cab? That was pretty fast. I wonder if it would be easy for me to get a cab.
the cab driver wouldn't have a hard time seeing you, that's for sure. Joe goes home and takes out some things from his pocket. They're things 22 kept from when she was in his body.
She kept the pizza crust too? Oh man, why does she keep wasting food? Gosh!
Joe thinks about the experiences 22 had and starts playing the piano. He also thinks about his life. His soul enters the zone. And he sees Moonwind. Moonwind tells Joe that 22 has become a lost soul. They find 22 and they try to catch her.
Not Moonwind! I don't want him to die!
He's not dead.
Oh, good. He's superhuman.
22 grows in size and keeps running from Joe. Joe sees her insecurities and thoughts of not being worthy to live on Earth. Joe gives 22 a maple seed.
Is that what it's called?
And Joe tells 22 that she found her spark and she's ready to live.
What a tender moment.
Joe gives 22 the Earth Pass and together they leap towards Earth. Joe accompanies 22 as far as he can. The counselors decide to give Joe another chance to live for helping 22.
So, what do you think you'll do? How are you going to spend your life?
I will be eating the whole time.
She wasn't asking you.
Well, she was looking at me. I was being polite and answering. That was a good answer.
Overall, Soul is an interesting movie because it deals with near-death experiences and the afterlife, or before life. The theme might be a little much for the younger children, but the movie's still enjoyable to watch. The movie also has great music. Elephant, was there anything you liked about the movie?
Yeah, I liked when they were at the youth seminar. I also liked when they were walking around the city.
Both of those scenes have food involved.
Really? Huh, I didn't notice. Let's go get some pizza. This movie really got me hungry.
You're always hungry.
Because you always stop me from eating.
I don't think anyone or anything can stop you from eating.
You know what? I think I'd give this movie 4 slices of pizza out of 5.
What? What are you talking about?
You know, instead of giving stars or numbers confuse me. If the movie isn't good, I'll give it a bowl of salad.
That doesn't make sense, but okay.
Yeah, I give this movie 4 out of 5 slices of pizza. That last pizza slice is missing for food. We need more food in this movie.
We hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye! Alright, let's go get that gyro thing they were talking about. I don't know what it is, but I want it. And a bagel.